How you doing, Maddie?
I'm just a little bit broken, just a little bit. Une petite shell.
What's on the menu this morning?
A big bowl of porridge with lots of sugar, a bit of honey as well for extra sugariness, and a black coffee. I might go put sugar in that too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So the first stage of migration gravel race was underway, and in all honesty, I had no idea what to expect. And I think I had no idea of the challenge that we were about to undergo. But yeah, so it started off like decently hard, and it was all about getting into position because there was some single track sections early on this course. I don't think the camera really does it justice, but like the gravel was so rough. So at 50k in, I was in a pretty good group, going at good pace, and then, unfortunately, this happened.
So my saddle just fell off. Oh, again!
So on the rough terrain, my saddle just kind of tilted backwards, and I wasn't able to like put it level, so I had to stop 2 times to like loosen it off and then put it back on again, which meant that I'd lost the wheels that I was riding with, and I was now pretty much in no man's land until I did find a couple of people to work with.
Or maybe I'll start rolling and then when they catch us, Thanks so much. Thank you.
I definitely lost a fair bit of time due to that mechanical, just because it lost me wheels. But anyways, I then kept going and we hit this. And honestly, I found out later that people climbed over the fence and walked on the grass, and I wish we had done the same.
But worse.
I then found an Omani rider who I managed to ride with for pretty much the rest of the stage, and he very kindly also did wait for me when there was a really steep climb that I didn't have the gears for, which was just this climb here.
I did not have enough gears. Yeah. But thanks for waiting.
I knew after the saddle situation that I was in 4th position on this stage, and I was just thinking about the other 3 stages and conserving as much energy as I could, really, looking ahead towards those. But having never done a stage race of this kind of volume, I didn't really know how well to pace myself.
Did you walk across the finish line?
I had some issues. The saddle came off twice.
How you doing, Maddie?
I'm just a little bit broken, just a little bit. Une petite shell. Une petite. I reckon I'll be fine in a few hours, but right now I'm not thinking about riding tomorrow and the distance we're riding tomorrow. I'm gonna have to start a bit easier than I did today. I'm 4th. Yeah. It's got more climbing, so it's gonna be harder. RIP my white t-shirts. So each night we kind of had to sort our stuff out for the next morning. Sometimes we were waking up before 5 a.m. and pack a bag. Welcome to Gourmet Kitchen. Today we've got sweet potato, sausage, white bread and a scoop of porridge. I'm so hungry. So we're gonna come out.
So you're topping up with ketchup?
Yeah, ketchup to carb, and then I'm gonna top this with honey.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
So on stage 2, I couldn't get my foot in my pedal at the beginning because I'd been standing around on some muddy ground after the rain the day before, which was so silly, which meant that I was not in as far forward a group as I probably would have been if I could get my foot in. But anyways, I think that was maybe good because it meant I conserved a bit of energy. But I got on these wheels and the sunrise was honestly just beautiful. I was thinking about the 40-kilometre flat section before I knew we hit, I think it was 25k climb, which was absolutely beautiful, but that amount of climbing at altitude is difficult. So at the start of the stage, one of the girls, Lydia, had a really bad crash, and Amity actually stopped to see if she was okay. And at this point, this is when Amity then passed us again, and she kind of went motoring up the climb, and I was like, I am not going to attempt to sit with her because it's just going to knacker me out for the rest of the stage. So I kind of held off on the climb, just took it at my own pace.
Hey, push!
After the climb, the course on the second stage became rather confusing, and there were several like tiny single track sections where it was really hard to see where they were, and this is one of those bits where like the kids had to show us exactly where to go.
The map says that way.
After redirection from the children, we were back en route, and just generically over the whole course, whenever a small child saw you, they were like cheering for you, screaming Jambo, like it was honestly the most lovely experience. And then we hit the most beautiful single track descent that I have honestly ever ridden in my life. There was this descent that lasted, I think, between 5 and 10 minutes, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. Like it was swooping, it was a little bit technical, not overly technical, but it was so enjoyable. I think a lot of people finished afterwards and was like, I needed a mountain bike for that. But to be honest, very doable on a gravel bike and very enjoyable. And yeah, I was so happy. I finished this stage and I said, this is the best bike ride I've ever done in my life, mainly because of this single track descent. At this point on this stage, I knew I was in 4th position in the women's, but I'd been kind of slowly pushing forward, knowing that there was a girl not too far in front of me. I'd kind of agreed with myself that I was going to save as much energy as I could for like the last stage or the last 2 stages, just because I didn't want to not be able to finish the whole race. I thought that would be gutting if I went all the way to Kenya and wasn't able to actually finish the race. So I was definitely still trying to like conserve a bit of energy here and there. And yeah, just this stage, honestly, I was just having the time of my life. Like I was just really enjoying it, to be honest.
On the right, that's better. Yep.
So the overall atmosphere of the event with other riders was absolutely awesome. Like people were so supportive of each other, and I made several friends that I hope I like keep for life, to be completely honest. People were so lovely, so supportive, and everyone was just there to have a really good time and try and do the best that they could. And I think not many people actually ended up finishing the race. I don't want to release too many spoilers at this stage. But yeah, it was not an easy thing to do, and I think a lot of people maybe underestimated quite the level of difficulty of the challenge. But yeah, here we've got some more beautiful technical descending. There was actually one bit with like drop-offs in the wood with roots, but I sadly didn't get my GoPro on in time and it was too technical for me to be able to film it mid. That was also a cyclist who clearly had a mechanical and was like jogging to the feed station. I felt really sorry for him. The one way I can describe this stage, apart from beautiful, was quite relentless because it just was constantly undulating, which meant there was never any let off.
Travis, 6k. I'm alright, I'm third. I'm trying, I'm a bit dead. Jumbo!
So Travis broke most things on his bike this week, but he actually walked 8 kilometers so that he didn't scratch the race, which I rated so highly.
I didn't see any animals today.
Are you hoping it's a tan line?
Yeah, it is. It already is a tan line. It's extreme. Oh.
Nice. Alright, I'll leave you guys with the vlog. Do you need me to talk some nonsense for the vlog? I'll have to.
Today was good, much better. I went a bit easier, which was good because now I don't feel sick and I wasn't throwing up, which was great. Came third, which puts me third overall, I think, which is good.